time, so I'm just going to kind of step to the side if that's okay. So I can kind of see you better if I keep moving because of the pylon. So as you said, my name is Robert Sanders. I am the Consul General here of the United States in Thessaloniki. I've been here just since September, so it's been a fairly recent arrival. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here tonight. I am very pleased to see a regional LGBT program. I think this is fantastic. As you may or may not know, I suspect, honestly, but you know, I too am gay. It's not something that has actually been that common even in the U.S. Foreign Service. In the 1980s, I couldn't have been a Foreign Service officer. And in fact, really, protections for LGBT officers in the Foreign Service in the United States only were guaranteed in 1998. So that became a protected sort of class within our own system. Before that, it was very, you may not be able to get a security clearance, and without a security clearance, I cannot have this job. So even for us, this history is fairly short in sort of the rights for equality. We've had a lot of really rapid progress in the United States, and it's been because of a lot of people like you who came before me who are committed to equality, fairness, and being treated with human dignity. We're quite lucky now. Many of you may have heard last year, well, a little over a year ago now, Secretary Clinton, who is a great supporter of equality and dignity for all, she spoke in Geneva on International Human Rights Day. And I actually meant to look up her speech so I can quote her because she's far more eloquent than I am. But she really made such a clear case for LGBT rights being human rights. These are not special rights. These are not rights that we're asking for something more than anyone else has. These are the same basic rights that we expect all human beings to have. And the United States government very clearly supports that. And our secretary has been really very clear on speaking out eloquently on the subject. And I have to say, she's made a lot of changes for Foreign Service officers. When I first joined the Foreign Service, I've been in the Foreign Service for, actually next week will be my 13th anniversary. And so I joined in January 2000, and when I joined, we had this very strange policy called member of household. That we, of course, don't have gay marriage in all 50 states in the United States. But we did, of course, have people who had partners. And they were sort of treated as if they were a complete stranger in our system. You know, if I went to the embassy on a Saturday some of our embassies have things like, depending on what country you're in, they may have a swimming pool, may have a little shop, you know. My first tour was in Pakistan. In Pakistan, they don't sell alcohol in Pakistan, but they do at the embassy. So we went to go to the shop on the weekend and pick up, say, a bottle of wine. If I, at that time, had gone with my partner, I would have had to sign him in like a complete stranger that I'm escorting onto the street. Whereas if someone else who's husband or wife, they would have a badge, they can enter the compound, they can walk around, they could go and buy their bottle of wine themselves. We didn't used to be able to do that. That actually only changed for us about 4 years ago. Secretary Clinton, when she came into office, she had one of her very, very first acts was to have a top-down review of our policies in the State Department to figure out what sort of room we had to grant more rights without having to sort of go to the Congress and change laws, because that's a lot harder to do. And as you know, the way our Congress is broken up right now, the House is led by Republicans, and that would be a very difficult sell for us. But she was very proactive, and literally within the first couple of months that she took her office as Secretary of State, she changed it. So now, you have a partner, they have a badge, they have a diplomatic passport, they can travel on your orders. There's just every right that's possible under the law she has brought about. So it's been a really nice change, and I'm proud to work for an organization that treats me with respect. I will say, I mentioned to the embassy on Friday morning, I talked to the embassy on a video conference 3 days a week, and I told them I was coming here tonight. And I will say also we have several LGBT officers also at the embassy in Athens, and I got great support immediately.